Hey guys, I'm not doing anything but waiting around, so I figured I will just brag really quick and let you know that I finished Throne of Glass and my thoughts on every single book. Spoiler warning! Spoiler warning now. I'm gonna go through each book from start to finish. What I believe strongly is the start to finish, and there's gonna be spoilers for each book. And then obviously this is a series, so there's going to be spoilers to the books prior. You know what I mean, whatever. To be honest, I don't care what anyone else says. You absolutely need to start with Assassin's Blade. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care what you say. I don't care. It doesn't make sense to me to read Assassin's Blade, 3rd, 4th, whatever. It doesn't make sense. This is a prequel. It is a prequel. It needs to be read before. Like, what do you think a prequel is, okay? Anyways, this book, it's a collection of short stories, right? About our girl Selena being an assassin, and this, obviously I said prequel, takes place before the whole entire series, okay? At the end, she gets taken to the king, where she has to be a champion or whatever. I really enjoyed this one. I cried at the end. When Sam died, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I knew he was going to die because of what the girlies say online. Whatever. Okay. This is one of my faves. At the end, I'll do a ranking of what my favorites are. On the last page, what really got me was, and this is like a common theme throughout the book, throughout the series, and it really sets it up, which is why you have to read this first, okay? First of all, she got this saying, like, I am so-and-so and I will not be afraid, from Sam, who, R.I.P. to Sam. Sam is her little boo thing or whatever, okay? We love that. We're sad for her. Okay, this is the part where she is like kidnapped or whatever, right? My name is Selena Sardarthian and I will not be afraid. Blah blah blah. She gets yanked out, she gets snatched, and then she like lifts her chin and walks into the salt mines. Okay, and that's on period, and that sets up for us to have like a very strong character. What was I gonna say? I like this book, one of my favorite ones, and you have to read it first. Like, that's it. And now we're getting into the meat of the series, Throne of Glass. This book was very interesting. I liked it. So Selena is in the king's glass castle or whatever, okay? We get a look at the queen. We're like, ew, like, what is wrong with him? He's twisted and disgusting and grody. And so she was an assassin. She was assassin ever since she was like 16 or whatever. She was like raised to be an assassin, or I guess 9, or she became into the assassin's place when she was like 9 or something. And yeah, whatever. So then she got captured, brought to the king, and that's on period, right? I really liked this one. Pretty short for the series that we're reading, okay? Yeah, it was really interesting. I liked the setup of everything. I liked us getting to know Selena as a character. We get like little hints, like lore drops here and there, and we meet Dorian, we meet Kale, we meet, yeah, that's who we meet. We don't meet anyone else really yet. And yeah, there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on. There's like magic going on, low-key, whatever. I do kind of like this one. Probably one of my faves. Let me just backtrack for a second, tell you what I rated these. I rated this one 5 stars. I rated this one 4 stars. We go to book 2, book 3. Okay, I'm just gonna say this is book 3, but on Goodreads it's book 2. Okay, whatever, book 3. This is book 3, okay? Book 3. The Crown. Crown of Midnight. This was probably the best book in my opinion. I was living for this book. I was reading this book. I was I think I read this book in like 2 days, and I mostly read it physically. We meet, I don't know if we meet Nehemia in this book or in the first book, but this is a lot to do with Nehemia, a lot to do with Celaena discovering things in the castle after book 1, and she's like coming into herself. She hears about this lost princess lady named Aelin Galathynius. So Chaol and Celaena got a little something going on. Celaena and Dorian got a little something going on. This book, I think I rated this one 5 stars, if not 4 or 4.5. I really liked this one. Now that I think back and I had some time to think about it, and I had some time to compare it to the rest of the books, this book was really good, really action-packed, really sad. Hello, R.I.P. to my girl, Nehemia. She did that for the, like, she did that for the plot. Like, there's no Throne of Glass without what happening. The next book is gonna be Heir of Fire. Okay, this is the turning point in the series. Celaena leaves and like goes to like be a fae, right? Or figure out her fae self, right? We meet Rowan in this. Okay, me the whole time. Rowan is her cousin. Rowan is her cousin, but why they kind of like acting like they're more than cousins? That's how I felt reading this. Like, it gave me, it's upside down, major anxiety. Okay, why are you eyeing your cousin? Okay, and also some of the girlies are like, oh, the first thing that he does when he meets her is he punches her in the face. I was like, the bar is on the floor. Why are you excited about that? That's not a good thing. Like, I didn't like this book. I thought it was too long. I felt like this book was kind of like, could have been way shorter, could have gotten to the point a little bit more. Pacing was my biggest issue with this book. I was tired, I was bored, and this is when I originally read Throne of Glass. This is where I stopped. Reading it. I personally didn't like it. I know the girlies out there, I know you guys love it. Okay, don't beat my ass, please. I didn't like it that much. I rated it like a 3 because this was a turning point and there were interesting things that happened in it. But, you know. The next book is Queen of Shadows. First of all, I think this is my favorite color and cover of the series. Dorian comes into his powers more, and he's giving Vogue. So in this book, Celaena has officially claimed her identity as Aelin Galathynius. She said, okay, period, that's me. That is me. Dorian is giving Vogue. I think in this book he was giving Vogue as well, but in this book he stops giving Vogue. And yes, we follow Manon a bit with her and the witches. I thought that was an interesting storyline, yet I feel like I wish we would have explored more of the witchiness, but that's just me being biased because you know how I am. You know I love a witch. Merry Witchmas. You know I love a witch. I wish that we had more time with the dynamics. Maybe a spin-off series, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, Manon, she is interesting. I really wish, to be honest, okay, can I be real with you really quick? Manon has the recipe of everything I love in a character, and I wish I liked her more. I simply do not like her. I apologize. Going into the series, I was like, okay, witch, fierce baddie, morally gray. That's the kind of woman that I love to read about and love. But like, she was lacking for me and I didn't really care for her. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, whatever. I did although I don't really care for her that much, I did enjoy the plot of the witches, okay? A little bit of spider action in this, which we love to read about a spider. Hello, ACOTAR 7, please give us what we want. Anyways, so Kale got a new boo thing, whose name is Nesrin. Selena, aka Aelin, is now with, Rowan, who is, say it with me, her cousin. Okay, we seem to be forgetting that that is her cousin, right? Even though in the books it says so far removed that they were barely related. Whatever. You didn't have to say in the first place that they were cousins. Okay, you said it 2 times. Thank you. Anyways, yeah, this book probably 3.5, 4. Oh yeah, and yeah, Chaos with Nesrin. Dorian is with nobody because his girlfriend, Boo Thing, got her head ripped off right in front of his eyes. So that traumatized him. And that's how he became whatever. You're not here for the plot summary. You're here for my thoughts, and I'm not qualified to give you a plot summary of these books. What did I say? 3.54. That's accurate. Stunning cover. Stunning color. Right. This is the meat of the series right here, okay? And what I did is I made the massive, huge, gigantic mistake of reading these 2 separately, okay? If I were you and I haven't read the series, but I'm here for spoilery thoughts, I would read them at the same time together. Look it up online. How to do the tandem read is literally everywhere. Read these together. Don't read them separately, because this book is gonna put you to sleep. I apologize. So the next one that I read is Empire of Storms. Okay, and here's the tea. This is the best book in the series. Okay, thank you, Sarah J Maas, for this book. Okay, a moment for the cover. This book had pirates, okay? It had us discovering our new favorite character in the series. Oh my gosh. This book had betrayal, backstabbing, action, small towns, little villages. Did I already say pirates? I think I did. No spiders, unfortunately. But yes, I discovered my favorite character in the series is Lysandra. Thank you. We love a strong woman shapeshifter. She is a baddie. Slay the house boots. We love you, Lysandra. We say in unison. Yes. Obviously, this book is a 5 stars. Best book in the series, mind you. Anyway, so that's how I felt about it, really. At the end, like, a whole bunch of stuff happens, whole bunch of stuff. Like, this book is action, this book is interesting, this book is tea. Okay? And at the end, Aelin gets snatched, and she gets taken by the big baddie of it all. Okay? What's her name? Maeve. Yeah, she gets snatched by Maeve, put into an iron coffin with an iron mask, iron chains, iron shackles, and she's snatched. Like, okay, and if you know anything about the Fae, they can't with iron. Like, iron and the Fae, they're just polar opposites. All right. The iron is bad for the Fae, makes them weak, whatever. So Aelin's captured at the very end. Rowan's losing his shit. Everyone's losing his shit. Lysandra. She and Aelin had a plan that Lysandra was going to shapeshift into Aelin to put on a front that Aelin was chilling, Aelin was fine, whatever. And like, she was gonna go spread the good word to the people about her and her army, about how she's gonna take back Terrasen, whatever. Take back the whole place, period. So, and then Rowan's pissed at her. Oh, also I forgot to mention Aedion anywhere in what I was saying. Aiden is like canonically, not canonically, but I guess like actually like actual cousin. Like her dad is like siblings with Aiden's parent. Okay, I don't remember. I'm sure that detail is important. Oh my god, sorry, but I don't really remember. Anyways, so they like look alike and everything. Like that's how cousin they are. Unlike Rowan, who's her fucking cousin, but her mate, right? Anyway, when you're that old, you're gonna be related. But also, Selena's like, literally, she's 20 in this. She turned 20 in this, I'm pretty sure. Or it was Kingdom of Ash. I don't know. A lot can happen in a year, am I right? Aiden and Lysandra, they like have like a thing. They have like a little thing, right? But he was pissed at Lysandra. He was like, you guys didn't tell me about this plan. But her for not telling me. You're a bitch for that. And like remember all that stuff I said about we're getting married? Well, we're actually not getting married. I never want to talk to you again. I never want to see you again. You're a traitor. Meanwhile, she's not a traitor. Anyways, and yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time we get a little spicy scene. Am I right? Between Rowan and Selena. I mean, Aelin. Aelin is Selena, okay? When I say Selena, I mean Aelin. When I say Aelin, I mean Selena. They're the same person. Anyways, so they... And then we get, like, Dorian and Manon having a thing, which I was like, okay, I, like, knew they were gonna have a thing, but also it kind of felt, like, a little... Like, the romance in it... Excuse me, the romance in it felt forced, but them just like trying to blow off steam and like having like sexual relations, that didn't seem forced to me. That seemed like very accurate for both of their characters, but the romance of it all just that didn't fit with who they are as characters. Can I take a breath? Anyway, so yeah, so now Lysandra's posing as Aelin, and Aelin is trapped, and Lysandra's trying to like spread the good word, trying to gather people to join the army. It's just good. It's just good. That's it. 4 or 5 stars. I can't remember. Like I said, do yourself. I'm gonna say this one last time in case it didn't stick with you. Okay, look up. Look at me. Eyes on me. These two have to be read together. Okay, that's a strong belief. That's my religion. Okay, thank you. You can go back to scrolling while you're listening to me. Thank you. Or driving or whatever. Don't get in an accident. So anyway, so Tower of Dawn. This is about Chaol. He's injured. He's wheelchair bound, and his little boo thing, Lysandra, they go to thank you. They go to Antica too. Oh, forge an alliance. Go to Antica to form an alliance. Okay, so while they're at Antica, Nesrin is getting kind of close to the prince, and Chaol is getting healed. The healers of this town, feel it town, whatever, you know what I mean. The healers of this area feel like it's possible that Chaol can walk again. So they take their most skilled healer, Irene. We love Irene, okay? They take their most skilled healer, and she goes to him in sessions. She's like, I fucking hate Chaol, blah, 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 at first, right? But then they warm up to each other. She, like, sees that he's not all bad, and Chaol, like, I don't think he like accepts her help or whatever. And as soon as Chaol started getting better, he started going after the first girl who was in front of him. Okay, Irene, that's how I saw it. That's not how you have to see it. That's okay. We can have different perspectives. I thought that Chaol was a piece of shit for the way that he treated Nesrin in this book, okay? I hate him. I apologize. I don't like him, like, at all, right? Nesrin was kind of getting close to the prince, and and she was like, okay, he's kind of fine, but like, I'm not gonna do anything because I'm here for business, okay? Meanwhile, Chaol was getting healed, and he was like, who is this healer lady? Let me talk to her. That's how I saw them. Yeah. And also this book was so long. This book was so long for what happened. This book was too long for me, for my taste in particular. That's why I feel like these should be read together. Okay, that's the last time, sorry. Yeah, that's why I felt like they should have been read together. I made the most massive mistake. It took me about 3 weeks to read this book because I did not like Chaol. I didn't like following him. Nesrin, I like Nesrin. She's cool. We love her. And yeah, so there was also a part that I really liked about this book, though. Let's be positive. A part that I liked about this book was the spiders. Lots of spider stuff happening in this at one part. And yeah, they like fought a whole bunch of spiders, and that was the tea. And then Chaol ends up getting bound to Irene, and they get married, and then they find out that Aelin got snatched. So they're all like, the squad's all back together now, and they're like figuring out what's going on. Are they back together yet? I don't know. I gave this a 2-star. When I finished this book, I couldn't help but to let out a squeal of excitement because I was done living in the head of Chaol, and I was so relieved that we were going to get to the epic conclusion of Throne of Glass. So immediately that same day, I ran to Audible. I was already on Audible, mind you. I ran to Audible, clicked off Tower of Dawn, clicked on Kingdom of Ash, put my headphones on, got my book out of the box set, and started the lawnmower. And I started Kingdom of Ash. Kingdom of Ash is a chunky girl. Look at it compared to my head. Look at it compared to my hand. Like, that's my literal whole hand, right? How many pages is this? 980 pages. For my wife, that's light work, okay? I don't know how she does it. I don't know how you guys read these thick behind books, right? I'm reading this, and I'm immediately noticing a difference in writing. The pacing, oh my God, bless you, Sarah J Maas. Your pacing got so much better with this book. Okay, this book was full of action. Every page I turned, I was like, what is gonna happen next, right? However, this was not my favorite book ever. Okay, I have some thoughts about this, okay? Aelin's still trapped. Maeve is getting into her mind. She's like messing with her mind, making her see false realities, and just trying to break her to tell her. Mind you, I said nothing about the word keys as of yet. That's what they're looking for this whole time. Maeve is trying to get the word keys out of Selena. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Right? Whatever. Selena, or I guess Aelin, ends up escaping and meeting up with her squad, okay? And then she's like all broken. She has major PTSD. And whatever, she like, it's like a whole bunch of stuff that happens. I can't even really explain it to you. You're just gonna have to read. Okay, I'm like, you're gonna have to read this book, but do I recommend this series? Just read this one. Anyways, so there's like a whole bunch of stuff happening, whatever. Okay. Meanwhile, Dorian he's coming into his power. Dorian's kind of funny. I'm kind of loving Dorian in this. is. He is like shape-shifting into these different things now. He's really coming into his power. He's really putting in work. Okay, we love him for that. Whatever. So there ends up being like all this politics happening, and then the action comes, and Selena ends up like dying, and like she like can alternate between fae and human, and her human self dies, so she's like permanently stuck in her fae self after. Oh my god, wait, I missed like a whole bunch of this thing with this book. Is like everything happens in this freaking book, am I right? So okay, so they're like, Dorian and Selena are like the chosen ones, of course, and so they have to like open the word gate with all these word keys, and they have to like try to stop so and so with their powers, right? When they're in the word land, I don't remember what it's called, but when they're in the word land, they see what's his name, Dorian's father, and the father is like, let me take your place, please. And then Aylin's like, bitch, you're like not even as powerful as us at all. He said, please, Selena, bop, bop, bop. Dorian goes back to the regular realm, and he's like, no, Selena, don't let him take my place, blah, blah, blah. He's like freaking out, of course, because like Selena was just trying to save him, but like he wanted to like openly sacrifice himself. Like, you shouldn't have let him. Like, why did you stop him? Whatever. So then Aylin, so now man, Rowan is like pissed or whatever, and whatever. So they're in the Wordland, Selena and the dad, and I don't really understand what happened at that point, because I was just like, what the heck is going on, right? And so Selena is like falling through all of these realms, and she's like, oh no, where's my wait, is that X? So she's falling through all of these realms, and then she's like, I don't know where my realm is, how do I get back, blah 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 blah. She sees Feyre and Rhysand in chapter 99, a heavily pregnant female and a winged male, the most beautiful man that she's ever seen in her life. That's motherfucking Rhysand. Oh my god, the scream I scrumped. I was like, he reaches out his hand to her and slows her down, and she also, I think she passes Crescent City in this when she's falling through the realms. He reaches out his hand to her, slows her down, and then she falls into her like actual realm, and then she's back. She's like, I lost my powers, and like I'm a fae forever. No. Anyways, so yeah, that's cool or whatever. And then the massive major fight goes down, blah 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 blah, and then Dorian was like, come to think of it, I never knew my father's name. What was that hoe's name? And so he's like thinking about it, and like I forget who he hears it from, but he was like, what is my father's name? Meanwhile, me in the kitchen, I'm like, why is his father's name, I'm washing dishes, why does his father's name matter so much? It has to be Dorian. Oh, I don't know what my father's name is. My father's name, I never heard it. His name is Dorian. Washing dishes. Oh, my father, what is his name? His name's Dorian. My father's name was Dorian. I literally said that. Like, why don't you ever listen to anything that I say? Like, I'm sitting up here telling you, like, and you're not listening. Anyway, so whatever, big battle goes down, all this stuff happens. Everyone who is a major character lives. And I should have known that. Sarah J Maas does not like to kill her favorite characters, because I am pretty sure she said that on the podcast that I watched her on. So I did not realize that Aelin lived, Rowan lived, Dorian lived, Adian, Lysandra, Irene, and who's pregnant, by the way, Nezrin, all them, right? I really thought that Aelin was gonna die. like, I felt like that's what this book was setting us up. I thought we were gonna read her whole entire story, like from start to finish. I thought we were gonna read from start to finish that she dies at the end to save everybody who hated her and etc., which I guess in a way that she did, but like she's still alive. And also at the end there was this like really nice dancing scene that I really liked, where all of their outfits were described, and someone was like wearing all black with gold embroidery, and then like the other person was wearing all black with silver embroidery. I was like, okay, details, okay, details. I really lived for that. I thought that was really nice. But yeah, and then there was this really nice sweet moment where I wanted to cry a little bit, but I didn't. This series didn't make me shed a tear, and since the first book, okay. Yeah, so these yeah, details, whatever, so cute, so slay, so gorgeous. And then everyone ended up, what's up?
I didn't realize it.
Okay, my fault, guys. Whatever, the dancing scene was really nice. Everyone was together, and then everyone went their separate ways, which was really heartwarming, and I really love that. And then Dorian was like, Timonon, like, hit me up, if you know what I mean. And then she was like, I'll think about it, and left. That's what I really loved about her. Anyway, so then Throne of Glass was over, and I was like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. Don't know how to feel about that one. Anyways, so I rated this one like a 4. I would say like a 4.5, because this was really good, really solid. I did enjoy this one. If you're able to only read this one, I say read it. It's action packed, but you obviously can't read the last book in a series because you have no idea what they're talking about if you read it. So highly recommend. The problem with that is you have to read all of the books before you can get to this one, okay? I think my problem was I was hyping Throne of Glass up in my head so bad. I was like, wow, this is going to be like a life-changing series. Come to find out, I like ACOTAR way more. I am an ACOTAR girly instead. But I am right now reading Crescent City. I'm on chapter 3. I think that series is so hilarious, so funny and interesting, and I didn't think I would like the way that it is modernized, but I kind of do like it. Okay, tier ranking of the Throne of Glass series, from my least favorite to my most favorite. Okay, my least favorite book, number 7. Boo, tomato, could have been an email, could have been a word, could have been a letter, could have been a novella, could have been anything other than a gigantic book. It's gonna be Tower of Dawn. This is the last place. I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm not a fan of anything about it. And then in 6th place, we have Heir of Fire. The orange books, it's not looking good for the orange books, guys. We're gonna have to pick a different color. I didn't really vibe with this one as much. I think that, so if this is Tower of Dawn, everything else is up here compared to it. Like, it's so far down here, it's not even in the frame anymore. So that's how far apart these are from, you know, not being, what am I saying? This is book 6 of my least favorite, okay? Next books are kind of closer together, okay? This is gonna be Throne of Glass number 1. It was clunky. You could tell she wrote this a long time ago. Not the biggest fan of it. It wasn't terrible though. I did like it. I like how it was super short compared to the other books. But yeah, still interesting. Still kept my attention. Still enjoyed it. Miles ahead of how I felt about Heir of Fire still as we speak. Number 4 is book 4. Exactly where it belongs. Queen of Shadows. amazing things happened in this book, but also I was still not fully in it. I know this is a lot of people's favorites. This one just wasn't my overall fave, and I wish that I liked it more. However, still a good book. Number 4. Wait, are there 7 or 8? 1, 2. Oh wait, there's 8. Number 4 is gonna be book 2, The Crown of Midnight. It's not The Crown, it's Crown. Crown of Midnight. This book was action-packed. Shift in this book. Hello. Major shift in this book of the entire story. So good, so interesting, devastating. Yeah, I liked everything about this book. Matter of fact, okay, these are kind of tied, I guess. So, this book. Number 3. Very close to number 4. It's gonna be The Assassin's Blade. This time. I'm not a fan of short stories, but it really worked for me in this one. And I liked how the story was, it just made me cry. Like, this book made me cry. Like, that's a real tea. This book needs to be read first, okay? If you take anything away, take that. And, like, I'm being so honest with you. Like, I'm being so real with you. This book needs to be read first. This was hard to pick between book 2 and 1 of my favorites, but I ended up settling with the pirate book as number 2. I did, as I said, really enjoyed this one. This one was the best. So far up to this point, this one was the best written, and it was the most interesting. The beginning really got me hooked because it was kind of like a little flashback, and then we went on to the regularly scheduled program. I enjoyed this one. Obviously, it's number 2 of my fave in a row. So there's that. And then obviously, as most people say when they read this series, their favorite book of the series, it's gonna be the last one. Yeah, this book was just so good. The pacing incredible. There was so much action on every single page. Did stuff piss me off? Of course, but there's a lot of stuff in this series that was a piss off to me. I just really thought that this one was her big one. Like, it was so good, but reading this, I know I'm so excited to see what she puts out after. Hold up. What I'm trying to say is I'm not caught up. So, reading, all I have to read is Crescent City 1, 2, and 3, and then whatever new books are coming out soon. That's all I have to read, and then I'm fully caught up in the Maas universe, okay? But this one, I think, is the best out of all of them that I have read so far. So I read entirety of ACOTAR, and I read entirety of Throne of Glass. That might be a huge statement because I'm really ACOTAR girly, okay? I really like ACOWAR a lot, but I really like this book. What am I struggling to say? This is just my favorite book. Is it? Okay, this is book number 1, my favorite book of the whole series. Okay. So I know that you have a couple questions for me. First question is it worth it to read Throne of Glass? I don't think so. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sure that it connects in somehow with the other series. Truthfully, I don't know if it's going to be connected to the new ACOTAR because I'm not Sarah J Maas's beta reader, but if you are, I'm sure you have an NDA, so never mind. I was gonna say, let me know. I think it was very okay. I think it was a very okay series. My best books of the year, is Kingdom of Ash gonna be on it? Probably. I feel like if I cut my time of reading this series in half. I felt like it would have been more worth it. Personally, I didn't really care too much for the characters, for the plot line, but hey, maybe it's just not my cup of tea. Maybe you will enjoy it more. Final thoughts on characters. Okay, favorite characters, Lysandra, obviously. By the end, it was kind of Dorian, not gonna lie, even though I hated him because I thought he was a spoiled brat, but his character development made me say, wow, a man could be my favorite character. Who was shocked? Literally everyone who is watching this video probably was. Yeah, so Lysandra, obviously my fave. Dorian, really liked him. Selena / Aelin, okay, she can be up there, I guess, but is that because she's the main girly? I don't know. Rowan, okay, he was cool. Chaol, hate. Nesrin, love, she was cool, love her. Irene, she was cool. Who else? Adian, he was cool. For a long time, I was like, honestly, like, what's the difference between Chaol, Dorian, and Rowan? Because I'm not seeing one. That's why I felt really sorry. Yeah, in the end, I feel like their character traits really were showing the different things. Also, we follow way too many characters for my liking. For my liking, we follow way too many characters. We get way too many, like, it was just like a lot. It was a lot. Not gonna lie to you. But yeah, hey, Manon, like I said, she was cool. She has the recipe of everything in a character that I freaking love and will be obsessed with. But I did not love her and I was not obsessed with her. I thought that she was she was giving very medium. She was giving very medium. So yeah, once ACOTAR season comes around, I'll probably be doing a similar video for ACOTAR as I am for this series, and probably will be doing the same for Crescent City. Right now, if you want to know, okay, that's everything I had to say about Throne of Glass. If you were just here for that, thank you. Like, subscribe. But now what I'm reading now is I'm reading Crescent City. I keep looking over there because my book's over there, so I'm like, Crescent City. But anyways, I'm reading that right now. Like I said, I'm on chapter 3. I love Bryce, period. She's a party girl. I long to be a party girl, but I'm too bashful for that. So, yeah, no, that's my bitch right there. I can tell that she's gonna be one of my faves. Let's talk a little bit about ACOTAR. So if you're wondering, oh, you just talked about the characters, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna lie to you, I love Feyre. I feel like that's like so kind of like okay. But yeah, no, I can't deny it. Love that girl. And who else? Love Rhysand, love Azriel, love Cassian, Nesta. I could take her or leave her. Like, I don't hate her like a lot of people do, and I don't love her like a lot of other people do. She's just medium. Like, she also has the recipe to be one of my favorite characters ever. She has everything that I like in a lady character. However, I just medium. Like, I'm sorry, Elaine. Obviously, I don't like her. Who else? Tamlin. Hey! Oh yeah, also Cassian. He's okay. Like, I said that I love, but he's okay. Like, could take or leave him more. We love her. Amarin. She's okay. The Suriel. Justice for the Suriel. Okay. Love that entity. Anyways, so that's all I had to say about ACOTAR. I got a package of cameras waiting for me, so I'm about to go open them. I'll just let you decide what that means. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program soon. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment down below, have you read Throne of Glass or do you plan to? Please, I'd love to discuss. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'm sorry if I offended you with anything I said. Like I said, this was just my opinion, and you can feel free to have your own. Because that's the beauty of the human mind, is we don't have to like the same thing. We can all be different. Anyway, bye!